Rob, at this sort of halfway-ish stage, all things being equal, sort of seeing some more encouraging performances from the other South African sides, who do you see as the sort of eventual front runner when you get to the playoffs?
I fancy the Stormers now from a South African point of view. I still think it's going to be quite difficult from this point for a South African side to finish in those either of those sort of top two positions. It is possible. I think the Australian one is now sort of targetable, if you like. I think we should almost all accept that, especially with the Hurricanes with 7 from 7 and other New Zealand teams still right up there, that perhaps the top dog slot is likely to go New Zealand way, which of course gives you the rights to a potential home final. So second is targetable. But it is just possible that the South African team, the best placed South African team, may yet finish third, especially if we all keep knocking each other over in derbies. And there are some important ones coming up in the next few weeks. But in answer to your question specifically, the South African Conference, I'm now pretty solidly behind the Stormers. If you look at the remaining fixtures, they've now played 8 of their games. They've got over the considerably sort of tougher half of their program, really. If you throw in the fact that they've only got one more tour game left, they've got a really important win against the Waratahs, which I think will have quite a galvanizing effect on them. I think they should, smart money tells you they should knock over the Force in their last game and then come home for a really nice run that involves, I think, 5 of their last 8 matches still to play are at Newlands. So that tells you that they're in pretty good shape. Whereas a team like the Bulls, for instance, who are still top of the South African Conference narrowly at present, have only got 2 out of their 8 remaining matches left at Loftus. And they've still got their 4-match overseas assignment, which coming late on is never really ideal, because that's just when you're wanting momentum. To then have to go on that sort of arduous 4-match trek to Australasia is not ideal. And I think they'll do really well to sort of get more than 1 or 2 wins on their particular tour. So I'm pretty solidly backing the Stormers now to top the South African Conference.
Okay. Gents, I'm going to stay on rugby. A topic that's been gaining a bit of attraction is this whole sort of cheating claim. Michael Chaker and Jaco Paper having this halftime chat when the Waratahs played the Blues.
Yes,
yeah,
that's right.
What has that been dealt with accordingly? What are your feelings on this whole matter?
It's difficult. I actually honestly did not know that at halftime the coach couldn't have a quiet word with the ref, just to keep an eye on things. Certainly during the play, the captain's saying, watch out, they're doing this, they're doing that. So I wasn't aware. I don't think it's a massive thing, to be honest. I'm sure there are many coaches that are screaming in their coach's box at the ref, and he's missed something, or the touch judge, or a TMO decision. So, obviously now everyone knows that you can't do that. And
But I mean, if the rule has been that a coach cannot communicate with the referee during a game or halftime, no matter what, if that's the law, then surely that's been breached.
Yeah, I guess it has. In Michael Chaker's defence, maybe he didn't, though. I don't know. Maybe Jaco Paper didn't. I mean, between them, they obviously had this little chat. Somebody found out about it, and it was reported to them to Sanzar, and they've come down on them and slap on the wrist for them. So, it's not going to happen again, I guess. Certainly, Chaker and Paper are going to be careful to say no thanks. I'm not chatting to you if anyone approaches them. So I'm not sure how much effect it actually had. I'm just trying to think back to that match. The Waratahs would have been huge favourites to win that game against the Blues team that would have been winless at that stage, and they did end up winning. I'm not sure what the halftime score was, or if the chat that they had made actually any difference.
It was influential anyway.
You would like to believe that the ref is impartial no matter what, and no matter whoever says something to him, he'll keep an eye on it, but he'll still blow according to the law on the field.